Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel in these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing now. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
There I am. A pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to the morning steam for Wednesday, May the 8th. Get you ready for your sports betting day with Major League Baseball. We've got early action today with day games here. Getaway day a little bit today, maybe half the card, day games. And we also have Champions League here as well today, as we'll take a look at the other game with you guys early on. Matchup between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Welcome, 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 and nice conversation here early on in the chat. And we'll get going with the show after we kind of talk about what went on last night here with the games. You guys called it the Boston Celtics. Well, we kind of called it here. Let's with the Celtics rolling it here over Cleveland. We did have premium pick winner over. We had a lot of premium pick winners on Tuesday. I rolled a 9-2 yesterday, so plan on keep it going here today, but got the card kind of broken up, so we'll see. Hopefully we've got everybody coming in here. I see a couple dozen of you right now. I'm concerned about the notifications here. Just a moment. Make sure we're getting out to everybody. Anyway, so and also Oklahoma State rolling against Dallas. Any concerns there for Dallas with Luka and his lackluster play in that one? And on the ice, certainly exciting with the Rangers and Dallas. Oh, man, big concerns here. Dallas in game ones, I don't know what it is. Hockey, basketball, not good. Colorado ends up coming all the way back from that 3-goal deficit. Oh, my goodness, and gets that win. So NHL road teams 24-24 in the playoffs so far. I mean, I know that just says 500, but that seems pretty good. Let me say hello to everyone because you guys are rocking in the chat already. I could just start talking about maybe some games, but just want to see what's up with everybody. Curtis was here to open the doors. Robert's here. I mean, I think he's preparing us a barbecue today. I don't know what's going on. Are we going to have a big lunch here? Brent's ready to go. I don't know if he has to just stopping by here, but he's ready to go with his Pacers pick today. Ready to take the Pacers. Halliburton, I mean, look, I know scoring 6 points isn't what you want. I mean, he still had a pretty good game. We'll see here. And okay, Justin's here today. And Robert, great conversation there, you guys. Hope I won't skip, I'll go through all the comments. That's what I usually do, but as long as you guys are involved in the conversation. Luis, hello. Doubles is here. It's Doubles up there too. Show you guys in just a minute over at Tony'sPicks.com. Doubles coming off a big performance, I believe. Fernando touting his winners as well. Good job, guys. Here's M looks here. All right, and Solo's here as well. Smashing in the game yesterday. We had it, right? Oh, that was a great job, you guys. I mean, I know that I was kind of going against the chat there, and did take Dortmund and under. We had a premium pick winner with the under yesterday. I've won 5 straight soccer premium picks as I've heated up here. And Blake is here today. Ray is here as well. Jeff is here. All right, we can get rolling. And yeah, man. I watched my man, with the tornado coverage. There's a couple guys that you like to watch out there. I don't know if you guys are into the YouTube tornado chasers. What's the guy? Jeff Hall, y'all is probably number one, right? All right, if you're into that sort of thing, no, don't want to. Just maybe like feel a little comfortable there. So we'll be thinking about you. I'll watch the cover. I do watch it intently. All right, going over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at who did well yesterday with our premium picks, and it was a pretty good day for everyone on the site. And, a Butterscotch rolled yesterday. Let me see if I can get it here. All right, here we go. Butterscotch on top. Hey, I mean, I had a good day, but look at Butterscotch. I mean, 11-1 performance for Mark Eubanks up there yesterday, and I was 9-2. And Ron Hahn 7-1. There's Proby. Man, Proby's been on a roll of late. Jerry has also been on fire pretty much. Ruben there with 67%. Ron Crawford continues. This is a deep leaderboard. Nick was undefeated. Stephen Duncan catches videos today on the hockey playoffs. Ronnie Crawford's got videos as well. So Tony's Picks VIP got Sean Dinwiddie, Daniel Walasachuk, 2 old ladies that bet consensus. Latifah's up. I mean, look at this. Joseph Schultz won his only play. Tim Irwin won his only play. Mindy is on in the green here. And Tony, no disrespect with Tony down here at even a modest 2 for 2. I just run them all through, but it does extend Tony here with a pretty long winning streak. And, that's important. Over the last 7 days, you got Nick Lagaretos here really strong. Over 15, almost 15 3/4 units of profit. There's Ron Hahn, over 15 units. See what I'm talking about with Tony on this roll right now, 11 1/4 units. CJ Sturgeon and the OG Cappers VIP last 30 days. Ben Ruhala up 27 units. Ruben Marlborough, come to Marlborough country. He's up 20 units. Nick Lagaretos. CJ Sturgeon and the OG Cappers. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine. Here I have a 5-pack early on, including the Champions League and daytime baseball. Let me correct that. Let me see what I have here. That's why we're going over this page. Here it is. I have a Wednesday 5-pack for $25 here with my playoff games and 2 daytime in MLB and my pick in the Champions League. We'll get your plays here too in the UEFA Champions League over there, but I'll have it as my discount best bet. But where's the best bet logo? I think I have done it incorrectly. So let's make it the best bet because it is my best bet of the day over there at Tony'sPicks.com for $15. Let's see here. Thought we had it. Oh, well. Hey, there it is. The discount best bet in the big game today. And we'll see who's going to advance to take on, of course, in the Champions League final, Borussia Dortmund with that win yesterday over PSG. I'm not saying I told you so, but I had the premium winner and same thing for PSG. Okay. Thanks for checking that out, you guys, and use that promo code if you're going to get a subscription to my premium picks right now, where I'm on a little bit of a winning streak here. I expect to keep it going on, of course, Wednesday. Do you guys see that right there? Wednesday. All right, let's fix that. There we go. I got Grammarly. I could just click a few clicks and we'll get back here. Get some more comments from you guys on the. Luis had he had the Nationals. I had the Nationals. I had them in a premium on the run line. Maybe I just wasn't as confident, but thought they could hang in there with the Orioles and have a dramatic game. Joseph Thompson with winners. Jeff is ready to go today on these. Hey, my goodness. I want to say hello and welcome to 72 Impala J, who had a 8 pick. I think is an 8-teamer. Nice job, 72 Impala. And that's old school right there. Fernando talking about the game today with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid if we want to get our pick together here. And Doubles said he cashed his pack. R. Tomps is here. Okay. And it's all falling apart for Toronto, it feels like at this point. Here comes Thomas, wants to take the Nats again. Jeff says he's just going to take Bayern Munich to advance, so that way if they end up again, however they get there, in that case, not necessarily to win in regulation. So, all right. Yeah, Fernando, how about this? Did you guys catch this yesterday? I mean, so what was wrong with Ramon? He was like, didn't know what day it was. He was giving out, games. Of course, I did see the future with the Boston Celtics. We know now. But I gave out my pick for tonight's Pachuca America game. I gave out my Mexican League a day early. Didn't even know what. I mean, I didn't even know what day it was. All right. And okay, so maybe we'll just wait on the Champions League, and let's see here. Unless no, Fernando talked about it. He said so. Maybe we'll just start the show with it. I mean, look, if we're gonna look at the big picture of world sports, I mean, this is the biggest. Even with the playoffs, this is the biggest sporting event in the world today, certainly, with Real Madrid here against. Oops, I have the wrong team there, though, don't I? You guys, amateur hour here. Right, Real Madrid is at home, of course. So more errors, who's producing this show? All right. And there we go. That'll work. You guys know. I mean, okay, there we go. Fixed it. Did you guys catch that? There's Dave. He says he told us, everybody. I mean, why even can we get in a group text or something? I mean, he's going to tell us every time. Avalanche. I mean, I don't know what, I think I gave out the Avalanche right here on the show. I mean, I think I said Avalanche. Was anybody here yesterday? Did anybody catch my pick here on the show? I did have the premium pick winner with the over yesterday. I mean, everything was a winner yesterday. So, and Fernando, Jeff's going to dig a little deeper even. There's some other nice matchups. I'm also watching action here from Rome today, watching a little tennis here, and Naomi Osaka's in action right now. So, yeah, a little bit of other action certainly in international football. I think that was the feature there, and that little bit of, and more U.S. Open Cup. What's the future hold for the U.S. Open Cup? I am worried about it. I don't want it to go away. I mean, it's the oldest competition of American soccer clubs, but just feels like it gets ignored and it could be on its way out. Maybe they have to revamp it and do one of these fancy, things that you see pro leagues do, because it just doesn't seem to catch anybody's attention as we love here today. Darren as well. All right, you guys got to pick on the big game here today. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the under just because I don't think there'll be 2-2 again. But I think that today, in this one, you're gonna see that. Look, Bayern Munich, it worked, right? Getting 2-2, getting out of there just 2-2 at home. They were able to play a little bit looser, maybe relying on the fact that they could still, even though the game went the way it did, but uh, figure that they may be able to trade here. Now, I don't think on the road they're looking at that. So I think Bayern Munich is still going to slam the back end and hope they can keep this game a low score, even get it into a more random situation, if you know what I mean. But maybe that just still will not work out. I mean, Real Madrid is just too good, right? I mean, this coach has never lost. He used to coach Bayern Munich, and now he coaches Real Madrid. He's never lost to Bayern Munich in 9 games with 6 wins and 3 draws. So, look, I mean, figure Kane is great, but man, Real Madrid, they got a lot, too much, too much. That's what I'm talking about here, maybe. So, but still, I just don't know if they get to 4 goals because I don't know if Bayern Munich gets a second goal. So, the fact that Bayern Munich wants to now pack it down, I think, a little bit here is, and there it is. I'm going to go under 3. It may be, what, it may be 2-1. I don't want to, I won't talk about too much. I mean, doubles has a premium on it. So, um, I do as well, obviously. So we'll just move on, and hopefully you guys enjoy the game, and we'll get our final together here. And be a great championship game here. No matter what, we'll see. I mean, it's 2-2. Remember, it's 2-2 right now. So, and we're in Spain. So, give Bayern Munich a chance. But all right, doesn't look like too many. It looked like yesterday's game maybe had a little bit more attention from you guys. So let's just get ready to move on to the NBA tonight and get rolling here. The Knicks, hey, they did win game 1, right? Let me make sure that this is game number 2. I think I remember watching that game and Halliburton and his performance. See your guys' comments already here about the performance in game 1. And what do you think tonight? Here, as we get this game 2 ready with the Pacers and the Knicks. Look at the total here. I first things first. I mean, if anything, if I have any breaking news or headline to start this show, I think it would be right here that the total right now. I mean, I put 222.5. I've been up pretty early. I mean, tennis started about 2 a.m. here, so I took a little nap, woke up in time for the tennis, set up prep for the show, watch tennis, watch others, and kind of type the numbers in. Well, now the total's 219.5 at some spots, and you guys saw the last game. You guys know what the theme of the game was, right? It felt like increased tempo, pacer ball. We're gonna roll, and the Knicks, right? Remember the halftime interview with Brunson? We're ready to roll with them. We knew they were gonna come out like this. He's dripping sweat, but playing all these minutes, that's kind of been the concern. But these are playoff games, and even in some of the games, look at what happened last night, right? I mean, I thought uh, Oklahoma City was kind of playing at a crisp pace, but when the game gets slammed down under the 6-minute mark, 5-minute mark, you look up and those games had 6:45 left. All of a sudden, you look up and it says 2:45, and they put like 5 points on the board, and all of a sudden, everybody's sweating out overs to a certain extent. So it's up for you to determine, I think, if you were interested in the total. And I know I'm going to always talk about the total first here, probably on our show. I mean, opinions on sides. I'm not saying they're a dime a dozen. I'm going with the Pacers as my pick. The total here. I'm just trying to tell you guys about the headline at this point, right? Everyone's talking about how more 3-pointers with these guys right now. O'Connell's getting a little bit loose here. Interestingly, everybody talked up O'Connell, but you got to wonder about some of the coaching decisions anyway. I mean, sure, you got great talent there. Here's one interesting note that I was catching on another show today. I don't know what you want to make of this with some of your derivatives on the first basket props, but the Pacers have lost the opening tip in 15 straight games, including 12 straight with Miles Turner. So you could look at some of these Knicks to score the first basket with some interesting odds. That is more than a trend at this point. So I mean, anything could happen. The ref could toss the ball at a 80 degree angle or something, if I said that right. But nonetheless, it's up to you to either respect this move, whatever the bookmakers, the sharps are doing. If you like the over, I mean, hey, I mean, this is just a discount for those and it did feel like that's what everybody was talking about in the last game. I mean, even we got it right, but it does feel like the pressure. I mean, I know it's only game two, but it does feel like the pressure is going to start to build here, relatively soon on these. And I think we've already seen what's happened in a lot of the games with totals and everything. I know I'm Mr. Under here, but let's get your comments on tonight's great game. Thomas is ready to go with the Knicks money line. Dre wants the Pacers and the points. I'm going to take the Pacers plus the points with Dre here. I really like, the way that they're competing. They can win. I figure this might be a game that comes down. Talk about, slamming and breaks, right, on these games. It may be pacing pretty well. And it's just, I tell you what, if it gets down to a game where it's like, 94 to 94 with 6 minutes left, watch out. And then all of a sudden you look up and there's 2.5 minutes left in the game and it's 98 or 100 to 98 or something like that. And, and the possessions become elongated. I mean, you guys know how basketball works, but I'm just in the playoffs. It is different. And that's why, I mean, there's no other reason why we sat there for months and months with every game sitting there 220, 230, 240, whatever it was. This guy, no defense. And we're already trying to fight off some of these other totals that are, in the playoffs below 210. And here we have a game that's in it's like 220. So all right, Justin wants the Pacers team total over in this one, and Brent says he thinks the Pacers will win, but he thinks they'll, no matter what, at least cover here. And Fernando, we're still talking a little bit of soccer. I think I went maybe a little too fast there. All right, Dave says he has the Pacers to come back and even up the series in this one. And again, Halliburton, the last time he really had a clunker of a game, if you can call it that. Remember, this guy is a facilitator, first and foremost, really. I mean, if he has to score or needs to score, he has shown that he can. I think 6 points is not enough from Halliburton. And I think he probably knows that. Remember, he's still a young player. So Dave also, he likes the under here in this one. And Gerardo lost both. And that hurts. Tom's with the Pacers. Darren says Knicks are the better team. Yeah, they're seeded number 2. Pacers are seeded number 6. Pacers did just beat the 3 seed, obviously. Howard's here today. Okay. Oh, Jeff, don't put that up there. Okay. I hit the wrong button. I'm not trying to highlight your losses. I went to click the comment above you, and it moved at the last second. I wouldn't even shown that. All right, Jeff, but he wants a Nixon under here in this one. I think I've caught up with all of your picks from the All-Star chat, and I'm going with the Pacers tonight. I think we will see it be like, maybe just real close late. And, always have that overtime sweat when you're me. But if if the Pacers stay in range, I think it gets down to it, and it's like just starts to get over the 100-point mark within the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, possibly maybe 4 minutes, and kind of keeps it at anything can happen. They pile on those points at the end, but sometimes the closer the game, the less they trade the points, right? It's when you start to stretch it out a little bit. But again, when you get a close game and then every possession counts and offense takes that full shot clock. I don't want to have to explain the game. I mean, we know it can go either way, but again, maybe just a market reaction by me here to tell you about this because yeah, look, I mean, even 222 was a high total for what we've seen so far in the playoffs. I mean, this is supposed to be, other than those games against Milwaukee, of course. Looking back on it, Pacers play these higher scoring games, but there's no reason to think that the Pacers upset it. I know time and time again, a few times on this show, Pacers on the road, 17-24 to the under this season. Despite all those totals we used to think about, those high scoring games. Now that they're lined appropriately, so maybe the public was just wrong and the bookmakers anticipated correctly, jacked up the lines, and eventually got the best of the players. But the Knicks are also 15-26 to the under at home, and the Knicks are 19-28 to the under as a favorite. So I'm going to take the Pacers here as our play on the show. All right. And that's it in the NBA, just one game. But we got, Fernando's got a future here on the Knickerbockers. And doubles. Doubles I had both premium winners. One was what did I have? I had over in the Cleveland Boston game as a premium pick winner, and I had the Oklahoma City Thunder as a premium pick winner in the NBA. We're definitely heating up a little bit here with our NBA. I guess maybe I just need to see more games when they start a new series. I haven't done it. Okay, but I did now in the second round. Okay, here we go. Hockey on tonight, and we'll get it going here. Make sure I get the series right, you guys. It is game 2, right? Between the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers here in this one. All right. Boston came out and was, it was stunning. I mean, just stunning, right? Even if they would have won 3-2, you would have said, great job, Boston. They came out, but Florida looked flat. They looked dead. They looked, once they knew like they were going to lose, they really just looked disinterested and not the way you want to look if you're going to be a championship caliber team. Now we can look into maybe the Bruins and talk about the revenge factor. Hey, the Bruins are a great team. The real good. But look at the price on this. Still $1.75. I mean, I think that people are going to gravitate to the Bruins here for the most part. Nothing in my power ranking says that the Bruins. I mean, I would think that the Panthers will still beat the Bruins, but I thought last game they would too, and they didn't. I don't, like I said, the Bruins are great. I just don't think it's a good matchup for them. But it's hockey, and it was just an incredible performance. A great job by Boston. I guess they could do it again, but I don't expect it to happen. I would think that the Panthers can come back and finally do it. Jeff, I'm on the under in that. I mean, I'm on the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers plus the points. I've got this one being a close game throughout. I mean, I think Pacers stay in this one. The Knicks have some end-game problems, we know, sometimes as well. They've certainly, had occasions where they're, screwed things up a little bit with, look, hey, established coach. He's done a great job. We know, sometimes things have gotten a little goofy with the Knicks in clutch in-game situations and moments. Sometimes they've recovered fine and win the game. Maybe that, they can still manage. Okay, let's get back to hockey here. Dre's got under with Florida's goals here at 3.5. Probably some juice, I would think, in that one. Gerardo likes them to bounce back in regulation. I mean, I'm willing to lay the puck line here with them just because, at plus $1.50 or $6, whatever it is. I don't know if I can pass it up when my power rating really just look. I have Florida to win it all, and I was stunned. So, all right, doubles still overpriced, and maybe that's just it. Maybe they're it's just fools like me that are just willing to lay this ridiculous price, thinking there's just no way. Dave says, look, they have the momentum. Yeah, and on the puck line, the Bruins they're minus $1.85. It's a pretty steep puck line. I mean, it's playoffs. I mean, sure it'll be maybe it'll be a 1-goal game. I don't know. I really think the Panthers should smash them, but Justin, Panthers in regulation, Panthers series, and Bruins. Brent still will take the Bruins. He's willing to do it. Still lay that price. I mean, why not? And all right, I think you guys are all caught up. If you got any more, but I'm going to take the Florida Panthers. I don't know any better at this point. I agree. I mean, the reason it's a free play is because I just think the Florida Panthers are this much better than the Boston Bruins. I think they will win the game. I think they can cover the puck line, and it's a pretty good return. Do I want to lay $1.75 on the money line? Probably not. And I do think also, given the current situation of the way I expect the game to be played, there is more a likelihood than average of a 175 favorite here to add the empty net goal in this situation here in this one. Should the Bruins be behind by one? Obviously, last game it didn't matter. And look, if the Bruins do win this game, I think it'll be almost a replay. Maybe Florida will score more than a goal, or maybe they'll get multiple goals. But I don't know if Boston can win 2-1 here against the Panthers. Can they win 4-3? More likely, I think they can win 4-3, or even crazier than that, like last game. I don't want to say 5-1. I mean, that was just nobody. I wasn't even a consideration of mine. But if Boston does win, it will be, I think 4-3, a higher scoring game. If the Panthers can win either way, I think more likely the Panthers win this game going away in a high score. Feels like to me. I mean, 4-2 minimum, and it is 5.5. It feels like 5.5 under here. Still pretty low. We're in the playoffs. I get it. All right, looks like you're done with your comments here for the most part. I mean, Florida, but you don't expect, right? I mean, is Florida going to be left here for one goal again or something crazy like that? I mean, Kachuk, Reinhardt, Barkov, and hold them off like this again. It just feels like, hey, Boston got their win, right? This feels like the series where, hey, Boston got their win. If they go out and do it again, and they're ahead, hats off to them. But for a team that wasn't doing nothing, yeah, Pasternak, great. I mean, I get it. Everybody's hyped on Marchand, but where was everybody at the beginning? Nobody was on this. Even for that 7-game series, it just feels like Boston just hasn't had the support necessarily. I don't know. All right, give me the Panthers. I know they're not. The Bruins are performing a little better. I can't argue, but I just watched this talent on this team, Florida, this team, Boston. Maybe I just don't know. I know I'm the guy. I'm usually a guy that will kind of stick to. It should be, but the way Boston's looked, the way Boston's kind of, maybe playing above expectations a little bit. But After that, I just think it goes back one more. Florida gets it back here at least to even in convincing fashion. Boston might be just a little bit happy with their situation, I feel like. All right. There's a little Verhog. Maybe it was the rest situation here for Jeff. Let's go to the other game with the Oilers and the Canucks. It is game one, right? Here in this one. I want to make sure I get these.
Final.
Never live it down after yesterday's show. All right, a little bit of move here. Baseball, a little steam coming in. Let's talk this second game here, but the Padre game today. My Padres, your Cubs doubles. Maybe we'll get the weather report going because the steam is coming in here on the under. I mean, I don't, you know, from what I saw with these offenses, I'm going to take another look at it when we get there. But I don't know if that was the way that I was necessarily looking here. But steam is coming in on the under, and now the eights are almost gone in the Padre game today. And we're seeing 7.5s almost all over right now, or juiced eights as this total moves lower with Dylan Cease and Wisniewski. All right, we're here with the Oilers, however, and the Canucks. And 6-0s here today as well. Impala J's ready to roll. Giving out the Canucks. Dre's ready to go over here. Fernando giving out the under. I don't know if Thomas has got his pen and paper handy, but I don't know if we're going to get a consensus here. I don't know. Maybe. Here's Brent on the Oilers and Jeff on the Oilers, and Doubles is going to the game, and we're ready to go to the game today and have some Budweisers in the bleachers in left field. All right. Look, Edmonton here, they're favored in game one, to win. The Canucks have the home ice advantage. I mean, you'd think they have it for a reason, but, I think in general, people love this talented Edmonton team, and maybe that the Canucks did not play as well after their great start. I'm sure they held on for the better record here. And, they will have the home ice advantage, obviously. But the Edmonton Oilers are minus 270 in this series. How disrespectful. But that just goes to show you maybe the talent that Edmonton has here, and that you can throw out kind of the regular season here. If anything, if you're an Edmonton backer here and you want to believe that they'll win the series, and they're minus 270 to do so. Now, granted, I get it. It's a larger sample size, but 130, on a two set, you know what I'm saying? They're minus 130 to win this game. They're minus 270 to win the series. Minus 270 to win a series does not sound like a 7-game series, right? That sounds like a 6 or a 5-game series. So Edmonton's got to get a win somewhere if they're going to be this strong of a favorite. And yeah, even though we might perceive that, with the great Oiler offense here, and, I don't know, they look pretty stout. They look ready to go, right? I think that kind of has enforced them a little bit currently in this series and this price here a little bit, especially with the way that the Oilers, did the job convincingly against the Kings. And I don't know, did Vancouver look good against Nashville? Good enough anyway. So I think that whereas the Oilers, maybe at home, maybe it'll be a higher score. I don't think it will. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, actually. And I would think that will be to the Oilers' benefit. I think if the Canucks want to get into if the Canucks can kind of goad the Oilers into some type of faster offensive trade, and look, it's game one, so those are the ones I kind of was thinking, been going over a little bit, and we've seen some surprising overs. But I'm going to go with the under as my play here on the show. I'm going to go under and figure that actually I think for Edmonton it will work a lot better if they win this game, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, something that stays under here to a certain extent. I think Peasy's saying, look, Vancouver strength of schedule here, kind of, right? Played an easy opponent. Joseph here with some action. Our Tops maybe wants to go over here. We're going Oilers here for Thomas. And 6-0 did say the Canucks, as we said. So doubles went over. Dave went over. I hope I got all these. I might have already shown them, quite frankly, but just want to help Thomas gather the information and see if we have a consensus. I might be the only one on the under here. And that it makes sense, right? That you get that. I think you guys are the public, even though you're the all-star chat and great cappers and everything. And I think that I think it is reflective of what I think I think people will gravitate toward the over, quite frankly. But I'm going to be on the under here on the show. I'll take the punishment tomorrow if 7 goals are scored in this game. I think if 7 goals are scored, I think that the Canucks might be actually the team that is ahead 1-0. Doesn't mean, because, we think of Edmonton, maybe we think of more offense, but I think that means that they're not in control of the situation. So, and they will need to be. The Canucks are getting overlooked. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Edmonton. I mean, I'm not. I don't know if I could sit here. I guess I could make a steady argument for value on the Canucks because really, right? I mean, you've got the home ice. This is professional sports. It's ice hockey, man. And if you can get plus 225 or better in a 7-game series with a home ice advantage, probably pretty good for the Canucks. I'd say the value to me, I don't know, probably with the Canucks. I just kind of believe in kind of what everybody else does with the talent level of the Oilers and what we've been waiting on the Oilers. Remember, I was making fun of the Oilers for the first month or two, because things weren't working out necessarily. Maybe they knew they weren't perfect in the beginning of the season, and they weren't perfect at the end either. But now they have the big stars, right? And it's not about McDavid necessarily. I mean, Draisaitl has really emerged. I think everyone knew, already a superstar, but McDavid gets so much attention and coverage, and Draisaitl really is the man who is really the real star, guts and glory, right? I don't know, but all right. Hope you guys enjoy the puck tonight, and we're gonna get to some Major League Baseball. Get these picks rolling, kind of with the day games and everything here. So pick up my packages there. My packaged plays. I got a premium pick in every game in the playoffs. So that's what I do. Promote these packages here, but we're trying to give you some free winners as well. Let's get into some Major League Baseball. We had just 4 premium pick winners on Tuesday here, and a lot of winners on the show. How about some of the winners on the show yesterday? Arizona and Cincinnati under. We won that one. Cubs game. Well, Cubs we had on the video with Tony, but we had the Mets and the Cardinals over. We had a premium pick winner on the Mets. We had the total on the Giants Rockies game here on the show. Too many winners. Dodgers Marlins over. Dodgers run line on the videos with Tony. We had Detroit. It seemed like everybody was on Cleveland, but I wanted to roll with Detroit yesterday. I might come back with the public today. We'll get into that game in just a little bit. There are more winners. Who cares? Let's go. I love taking a victory lap now and then. Here we go. We got to start it early, 12:35 Eastern, 9:35 Pacific. I always loved the 9:35 a.m. games as a kid. I bought this big, my the teacher when I was like, 10 years old was like a baseball fan. So if I wanted to bring him these big headset transistor radio AM, and like back in the old days, like dial it up on your head like a Martian, dial it to the right AM station, and I could listen to the baseball game at 9:30 in the morning. All right, here we go with the matchup here with the Bucks and the Angels. Surprise, surprise! Angels got the win yesterday. Stunned the Bucks yesterday, 6-0. And the Bucks were a little bit popular at the window, certainly with handicappers, but and us, we took them yesterday as well here. But uh, today I'm going to end up on the total. Quite frankly, I'm scared now after the Pirates couldn't even beat the Angels, man. I mean, I know the Pirates are struggling too, so just a little bit of concern here. Sure, the Pirates should win, man. The Angels are on this road trip where uh, things haven't been going too well. They've lost 14 of their last 18 games right now, but Soriano's had some good starts. He's had a 2.12 ERA in in his last three road starts, and Pirates for Perez 4.6 ERA. Pirates are 8-17 in their last 25 games. So Pirates have definitely been going over of late, 13 of their last 16. But I'm going to go over here. Look, getaway day, I usually want to try to favor a lot of unders. You know, I'm going to give you a lot of unders, right? I mean, who's going to come in here on unders? I mean, I am, right? Not in this one. Let me make sure here. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the over in this one with the Angels and the Pirates. Pirates better get some runs here. Darren's on the Angels again. I just didn't think I was getting enough. If I'm getting $1.10 with the Angels, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. And Ron G's here today. He's out of Yerfy here. Soriano's allowed a run in the first inning in 2 of 5 starts, and Perez has given up a run allowed a run in the first inning in 1 of 7. The Angels have scored a run. They're 25% at 9 of 36, while the Pirates are a little below that, 7 of 36 times they've scored in the first inning. All right. And yeah, maybe I'm a little late to the party too, Jeff. So that's why it's a free play here. It did get steamed to the over. There was some buyback there. In fact, I would say this that you see that number. It was higher than this. Definitely, I think there's a lot of value here, quite frankly. And this almost made a premium for me to a certain extent, but just had concerns after the Pirates got shut out by the Angels. So hope the Bucks can score some runs. Let's give it out as a free play here today. And M looks on the Angels. Luis is on the under. Keep it rolling. Fast show here, hopefully, the rest of the way with the Blue Jays and the Phillies. Phillies did it again. They keep winning. Um, they keep winning. What can you say? The Phillies just keep kind of on a roll here, and you got Bassett, who's been struggling of late, 0-3 in his last 3 starts with a 9 ERA. Nola's cooking like Nola cooks right now. Really, really hard. I mean, the price has kind of gone up here. It was probably just too low to begin with. It feels like you're going to get plenty of handicappers still touting the Phillies today, I'm sure, despite the high price. I would think that the Phillies could possibly mash here against Bassett. Only concern is, could the Blue Jays get anything against Nola? Sometimes he does give it up a little bit here. Maybe we're expecting Machado here back soon, Dave. We'll be talking about the Padres here in just a little bit, but we've got some other games here with Thomas on the Phillies. Dave does say he loves Bryce Harper at this point. Phillies run line. Here's Luis on the over. There, everybody's on Philly. Everybody's on Philly. All right, everybody's on Philly. Don't need to do anything else, but I'm going to take the over because everybody's on Philly, and I don't want to, that'd be too easy to go on Philly with you guys. Tim Hong's here today. I'll take the over. I'm going to need Toronto to find a way to score some runs, but I will say Nola can be the guy who, pitching with the lead, he takes care of business, gets out of there, so, could give up a little bit, but obviously big time concerns right now. Toronto fans are obviously concerned with what is going on. There is our man who had a great day, Butterscotch. The 10-1 performance by Butterscotch. So check out his premium pick packages today from uh, from Mark Eubanks, and just a great day. Good job.
Final.
All right, I'm taking the over here. Gonna need a little bit of help, I think, from the Blue Jays. I don't know. Maybe the Phillies can handle it all themselves. The way you guys are talking at this point, and the way I talked about it, I think as well. With Bassett's struggles here, Toronto's just 2-5 with Bassett. Phillies are 6-1 with Nola. So Phillies right now have won 21 of their last 26 games. They're 15-6 at home. Blue Jays have lost 10 of 12. Darren's got a nerfy here, and Bassett's allowed a first inning run in 2 of 7. So has Nola, 2 of 7. So those are, not great. But Toronto, 10 for 36 in first inning runs. Meanwhile, Philadelphia, they are the best. 17 times they've scored first inning runs in 37 games. But Darren likes this pitching matchup. And Look says Phillies run line. All right, here's the Tigers taking on the Guardians, and you got Detroit here against Bybee for the Guardians, Olson here for the Tigers in this one. I like this pitching matchup actually here with these two teams. Look, we saw Detroit, a little bit of a surprise here yesterday, obviously, with the result, getting the win on the road. We, like I said, I don't mean to say it like that, but we went to Detroit. Everybody was pretty much on Cleveland yesterday. It feels like I want to almost give Detroit here, but Bybee's been pretty good. So maybe I'm just have a little bit of reservations. So I'm going to give out the total as my play here. Look, Bybee 3.57 ERA in his last 4 starts and a 1-1 record, but the Guardians 6-1 with Bybee on the mound, and Olson. He's up to a 3.9 ERA in his last 5 starts, 0-4. I like Olson moving forward. Just a little bit of struggles here right now. I mean, he's gone under in 5 of his 6 starts, and Cleveland's gone under in 9 of their last 14. So a little bit of my under train here in this one today. Again, it's getaway day. I think you might. I don't know if they will be totally unders here on these day games today. This is one I'm going to ride with the under here a little bit, but I think Bybee could roll. I think Detroit can stay in this game. Maybe it's going to be a 1-run game, and I'm just not confident which team it's going to be here because remember, we're dealing with 2 teams with very good bullpens so far this season. I mean, 2 of the best right now. Cleveland is 2nd in ERA. Detroit is 4th in ERA. The Yankees have moved into the lead here this time, I believe, for the best bullpen currently, but all those teams have been kind of going back and forth here for the first month and a half of the season. Got your plays coming in here with doubles on the Cleveland money line, Thomas on Cleveland, Dre's on the under, Fernando leading under, Luis is on the under. Dave says, "Don't do it. Don't do it." Yeah, I'm not going to do it just yet, Dave. I want to do it. Believe me, I'm not going to do it because I think maybe the starting pitching advantage, while I think it is closer than the statistics would suggest, Bybee pretty good. Cleveland, hey, this is a good series, good matchup. All right. Who is it, Thomas? Butterscotch on the under. Darren's gonna fade Olson. Like I said, I do like Olson. Just he's not performing like I'm expecting right now, so I have worries there. But Peasy's here with his comments on Bybee, and I think Peasy, right? You're gonna get this from a pitcher that's kind of still maybe feeling out his, because he's been hit. Here's another thing about what I was saying about this particular matchup is Bybee struggled against Detroit, 7.27 ERA in 2 starts with an 0-2 record. But the numbers here are the metrics are good. The metrics are actually, I think, better than the numbers with Bybee here, right? So Cleveland and under from Impala. And I think Thomas says he has the. Um, I think he's chalking up an under for us with the consensus, you guys. All right. Here we go next with the Mets taking on the Cards with Sonny Gray. And uh, there, you don't need to look any further than the line, as a good handicapper says. I don't think you need to look any further. The line is what it is for a reason, I think he says. Let me get a swig of water here, you guys. All right. Um, so Sonny Gray, right? I mean, he's been great, and the Cardinals have not been great. So I think what you're getting here, a pretty deep price, and you might balk at the price here with Sonny Gray, but man, he's been that good this season. It seems like a 1.78 ERA in his last five starts. He's 4-1. Like I said, this feels like the perfect spot at this point for Sonny Gray in his career. He's always done well against the Mets. He's 4-0 with a 2.31 ERA in four starts, and for Quintana, 6.53 ERA in his last four starts. I mean, the Mets are a 500 team, and the Cardinals we know have been pretty bad, but just you throw in a little Sonny Gray against a struggling Quintana, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the Cardinals at $1.65. Certainly a price that might be a little bit uncomfortable, given the Cardinals being a sub 500 team at this point, and the Mets certainly have gotten a lot of support. Like they've been playing, playing better. They are 6-10 in their last 16 games, while the Cardinals have struggled at home. Man, they're 2-7 in their last nine, or no, 2-7 in their last nine overall, 6-11 at home. So big time struggles there. But Gray's gone under in four of his last five. Uh, Quintana's been going under. I'm gonna go over here in this one at 7.5. Even though it's getaway day and you got Sonny Gray, I don't know, watch out. It feels like when we get maybe into the bullpen here, both teams are, the Mets are good. The Mets have a good bullpen, but I'm going to go over here for my play in this one. I don't think I'm going to be on a premium on the side or anything here. Like I said, with this price, here's what we got from you guys. Cardinals for Fernando, and don't know. Doubles is saying, who do I got? Who do I got? Is Quintana? Is he just, is he folding, faded, and old? And Sonny Gray? I mean, we've always tried to. Everybody tries to kick Sonny Gray to the curb, but Peasy, what's wrong with this whole lineup? Right? There's just no stability in the middle. These guys are supposed to be way better than this at this point, right? Dave's ready to go with the Mets here in this one. Thomas on the Cards. And Jeff says, still going to roll with the Mets. Want to say hello and welcome to Tyrone Christopher here today. Great to have you, Tyrone. He's going to roll with the Mets today here. Thank you for joining the chat, All-Stars. Great to have you and see you. Hopefully you'll be part of the team. Hopefully you're going to win here today with the Mets. I'd say so far the cappers are kind of 50-50, it feels like, to a certain extent that I've seen. All right. I'm going to take the over. I think it just could be, it could be 3-3, 4-4. I know 4-3 doesn't get there, but I mean, it could 4-4. It feels like we'll get to 4-4 or 5-3 or something in there here. We are seeing an 8 under 20 at Bovada, so yeah, it's just a free play. It's just a free play for me. And Terrell says Mets have been doing it, plus money on the Thomas Lewis money plus minus money meter. Much better on the. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I have them totally plus. Let me see. You probably know better than I do. Plus money on the road, though, right, Terrell? Yeah, plus money on the road. The Mets are plus money on the road. That's for sure. I think at home they actually might be minus. Here's 6-0 going under. Double says fade it. Tyrone, thank you. Sounds like you watched the show and then are just checking in to let me know. They got to tell Ramon. So there's not only the 20 commenters or so. We got 70 in you here today, so appreciate it. All right, hey, here we go with. I think that's it. I think I'm caught up with your plays. So I'm taking the over in a good game today. Here, look, I mean, if anybody takes Sonny Gray a lot here, it's me. But usually, it's in a little bit different role. I think than a big favorite role with a Cardinal team that definitely is, uh, you know, for the last year plus, not the Cardinal team we expected. They're not getting into contending territory just yet because of that offense. And the Mets, they're streaky. All right. Oh, here's an interesting game today with the Brewers and the Royals, huh? With these Royals right now, you got Singer coming in here against uh, Joe Ross in this one, and the Royals are the favorite here at $1.30 or so, total 8.5, with Singer here, another day game here on getaway day. For Ross, he is 0-3 with a 7.29 earned run average in his last four starts, and Milwaukee is just 2-4 with Ross so far this season. For the Royals, they want Singer. 3.68 ERA in his last four starts. Kansas City is 5-2 with Singer so far. The Royals have dropped 3 of 4 right now. Coming into this one, they're 14-8 at home. The Royals have been a big time under right now, going under in 19 of their last 27 games coming into this one. And the Brewers, they've gone under in 4 of their last 6. Ross has never faced the Royals in his career. Singer's never faced the Brewers either. So I don't know if I have, this one's. Let me go to the chat. Let me see what you guys got. I don't have a premium. I don't even know if I got a free play. I might roll with the chat. Get ready, Thomas. See if we can get some consensus here. Luis is on the Royals. Dave says, I've watched Ross since he was with the Padres. He's garbage. Here is Joseph saying Brewers and over. No, you guys aren't as hot on this one all of a sudden. All right, I'm taking the I'm going under. I'm going on not because of Joseph's going over. I'm just going under. I kind of want to put the side in here because I was almost thinking of reserving the under for a premium. So I'm sorry I didn't talk about it as if, but I'm gonna have to use it as a free play here because. Man, I don't know. It feels like the Cappers are going to be on the Royals here today for the most part. And I'm not sure I still can trust them at this. Look, I mean, the Royals, look, they've been wonderful. We know that. But we gave out the Brewers yesterday, right? Here on the show. You guys talked about it a little bit. We gave out the Brewers on the show. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was quite the game, certainly yesterday. But Brewers still got it done. God, what was it? 6-5. 6-5. Willie Adames. Willie Adames had that home run. So Darren going under here with me. I'm going to go under. I know Joseph just said over. I'm going to take under here with Ross and Singer. Dave talking bad about Ross, but Ross still. Uh, I don't have any. Yeah, I can't give any trends necessarily for Ross. I mean, Singer certainly has been okay here, but getaway day, everything is a half a run lower for me, just off of my. I just check it off really. Half a run almost on day game getaway day games. Okay, solo on the Brewers. Ray Otachi Royals first five. Tyrone's going under. Also want to say hello and welcome to Jermaine Connolly here today. Singer, but Milwaukee's good. Ross is terrible. Feels like Ross. I mean, feels like Ross's career's been over for quite a while. He keeps resurrecting it a little bit. Osaka wins the second set big and rolls here. All right. Dave, I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under. I hope Ross hangs in here. Look, Royals offense has been decent, no doubt. It's been part of their great success so far. But that's where I'm going to be kind of looking towards in this game as far as the way I'm going to play it with this total here. Look, you still have a Brewers offense. I know that they're probably top five right now against right-handers, but Singer at home, maybe he can manage through these guys. And I think Ross, yeah, sure. I mean, Garcia, Witt, Perez, even maybe they will have an advantage. But I think Ross, if he can, can get out Vinny, if he can get out Massey, this probably is one of the worst games for me. It feels like Terrell said the way I feel. I think, yeah, yeah. I know I like Joe Ross as a dude. Okay, let's get to the Padres game here because we've been hitting, whatever we say in the Padres game, we're usually right at this point. That's uncomfortable because, I don't have the greatest of expectations here, but uh, I was actually going to play this. Let me make sure of this now. I mean, the widely reported steam, let me make sure. The widely reported steam came in on the under in this game. And maybe we got the butterscotch and doubles weather report here with the wind. And I was concerned about the weather. I almost was going to go premium in this game, actually. Let me see here, because I want to go under in this game with Dylan Cease and Wisniewski, especially on this sharp action that's been coming in. And I don't know if I want to put it out there as a premium uh, right now. The wind, okay, so the wind, it starts off kind of negligible, but by the middle of the game, it's going to be blowing in 10 miles an hour and then even stronger. So I'm going to take the under. Got to get through these early innings here a little bit. I think Dylan Cease will have a maybe an advantage here over Wisniewski in this one. I'm going to have to write this down because I don't. Okay, there we go. Because look, I kind of wanted to come in on the Padres in this game, but I think there is some potential for some inconsistency that they could experience here on a getaway day game. I mean, they are a road favorite after all, and I don't know if I want to necessarily lay $1.35. I see it has gone down here to $1.25 at most parts. Maybe that can get me interested here in the Padres. I think they do have the advantage in starting pitching. I've been happy with Dylan Cease. I've said from the get-go, this is a fine situation. Padres are mediocre, but this has been a good situation for him with Cease. No matter what you think about where he is in his career, the Padres have got him for what he is, and he is, I think, uh, performing up to expectations. Thomas is on the Padres. Solo is on the Padres. This might be an over here, an under here, and couple other plays back there. Okay, Terrell said we got uncertain wind conditions. Certainly, I like that because of the way the weather forecast looks. If I've got swirling winds, maybe that will help. Now, I know things can get tricky out there sometimes. And let's see here. That's what I'm wondering, right? Is Tatis hurt? I don't know. He's really been, he needs to pick it up a little bit. We think. What about Manny? Is he going to be back today here in this one? Is he back yet, or is it going to be a little bit longer here with Manny? Is he back, or did he get back already? Oh, I do want to mention. Let me see here. I think we have. Okay, just one player so far that we know is out for today's game. It's in the Angel game. Um, Renifo is going to be out today. Okay, that was it. We had bigger news than that. Yeah, Wisniewski. Hey, good returns on Wisniewski so far, I would think, in this one. I mean, he had that nice performance last time out. I mean, certainly his best performance of the season, despite the loss with those 8 strikeouts against Milwaukee. Definitely was impressed by that one. 6 1/3 inning, gave up. He was fine. They ended up losing the game 3-1. Darren with a nerfy here in this one. Got Ross. He's allowed a first inning run in 2 of 4 games. Oops. Be nice to be on the right game. Maybe I should just move on. I think we're set. Dylan Cease has allowed a first inning run in 3 of 7. Wisniewski, 1 of the 2 games he allowed a first inning run, but again, 1.74 ERA in those 2 starts. He also had 1 start against San Diego, giving up a run in 5 innings. Padres here for 6-0. Baltimore, Dre's on. Dre is on here. The Padres and doubles talking about Bellinger here returning to the lineup. And Tyrone says he's got the Cubs as well. All right. Dave says, what's he got here? Is Manny back? Is Manny back? All right. I'll check. I don't want to hold up the show, but look at the box score. I thought he was scheduled to return here today. So, okay, 0 for 4 yesterday in the game, so he is back, but Tatis did have the 2 hits. Okay, here we go. Sorry to keep it going there. And Double says Cease gets rocked. That's bad news for me. Maybe I should be on the over then. I'm going to take the under. Let's move on. All right, I don't know what we can do here with the Marlins taking on the Dodgers again. Should we just go Dodgers and over and be done with it here at this point? I don't know if it's that easy here. I think Stone may come in and deal in this one. Marlins certainly with a lot of issues here at this point. Stone comes in, maybe in a pretty good situation here in this game. He's got a 4.06 ERA, but you're facing a Marlins team that, right now, 10-28, doesn't feel like they're getting anything going in this series right now. The Marlins have lost 4 of their last 5. Dodgers come in. Stone has a 2.74 ERA in his last 4 starts. They've won 13 of 15. They're a huge favorite here. I'm just going to go Dodgers run line. That's all I can do. I mean, I'm not going to give out a premium on that. Too easy here. Maybe the price is too high also on the Dodgers, even at 260, 275, whatever it is now. Hasn't exploded yet. So, hey, it is 300 at Bovada. I guess it's only going to go higher if you like the Dodgers. I mean, what are you going to do? Wait till game time? So Stone, I think Stone actually can probably deal here in this game against the Marlins. He's never faced them before, but Weathers has faced the Dodgers 4 starts, a 4.66 ERA in his career with an 0-1 record. Marlins have gone over in 10 of their last 12, not because of their prolific offense. Dodgers have gone over in 6 of their last 8. But, man, the Marlins against Stone, I don't know. I think Stone can have a pretty strong outing here, quite frankly. And that number at 8.5, or is it 9? It's still 9 almost everywhere. It is juiced under, but boy. All right. I'm going to take the Dodgers on the run line here. I mean, hey, can only have so many options here. Thomas Lewis, Dodgers run line. Dave says, just can we beat the Dodgers? Can anybody beat the Dodgers? Luis on the over. Double says the run line. And I'm looking for spots to play against the Dodgers. This is going to be one of them. Dodgers run line all day. Terrell says lay 2.5. It's the only way you get a little plus money on this. Thomas says should have did it yesterday. Darren says give me the Nerfy and the Dodgers. Yeah, Nerfy and Dodgers. Dodgers are one of the best in the league. They're with the Phillies. They've scored a first inning run in 17 of 38. Marlins, they're actually not too bad, a little bit over 27% here, I think, at 10 for 38 this season. Stone, first innings this year, he's allowed a run in 3 of 6 first innings. So he's actually, that's a little bit stunning to a certain extent. Weathers has been perfect. No first inning runs in 7 games. 6-0 will take the over. Gavin Stone over 16 and 2/3 or 16 and a half outs here is what Ray meant to say, I believe. And I am on the Dodgers. Okay, here's the Rangers and the A's. We're still, now we're moving to the first game of a doubleheader here. We'll just do this one back to back. I think they are actually listed back to back on the games in chronological order. This is a standard doubleheader today with the Rangers in game 1. So a little bit tricky here on these. Take all free picks on the show with a grain of salt. Well, don't take them with a grain of salt lately. Let's bet them. But here, let me get this. Okay, Lorenzen and Sears. So doubleheader, on a getaway day with after a big offensive output yesterday by the Rangers, obviously here. And so these ones, I don't know, might be a little bit tricky, but it seems like everyone's ready to roll with the Rangers in this game. I don't know if I necessarily do. I kind of want to take J.P. Sears, but I don't know if I want to get in the way of everybody kind of rolling with this one. Now, be noted, this is game 1. Lorenzen and Sears. Just want to make sure there hasn't been any changes here. And that does, kind of, change things. And certainly you're not going to make this too crazy of a day here, a game here with this one. Cisco 6-0 says, give me under in game 1. Under in Nerfy here for Darren in game 1 with Lorenzen and Sears. All right. My Nerfy is a little bit incomplete, I'm afraid, on the doubleheader matchups here in this one. What, Thomas? What are you talking about? Okay. Doubles take Oakland in both games with an over in game 2. All right. I guess I just got to make a call. I don't even know if I had anything necessarily ready to roll in this one because of I was trying to see if there'd be enough here to get a premium actually in game 1. Maybe I actually will wait for game 2. I still could add is what I feel like in this doubleheader. I'm going to watch game 1 and see where we end up. Okay, I think you guys are done with your comments here. Man, I want to take Oakland, but it just seems like everyone wants to. You guys are on the Rangers here for kind of a consensus. It feels like. All right. In game one, I'm going to take over 7.5 with Lorenzen and Sears. Okay. After what we saw yesterday, I think. I mean, double headers. I mean, I almost gravitate towards unders always in double headers, but okay. Let's get game two here. With I there may be some games that end up starting in between these two, but they're listed kind of next to each other in rotation order, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll probably end up starting it closer to 4:15 Pacific time, I would think, or 4:30 with the Rangers and the A's in Game Two with Leiter. Uh, is it Al Leiter? Is it uh, the young Leiter, the young man here, starting here in this one against Beto? This one I'll bounce back with the under as my play. In this one will be the second game of the doubleheader with Leiter and Beto. All right, Leiter in his major league debut, he did give up 7 runs in 3 2/3 innings in his first major league start. They did win that game in that one for with Beto. This more of a bullpen game, I would think, here for the Athletics in this one. And the A's have had such a good bullpen this year. I would think that if the game gets a little bit long here, like the doubleheader, yeah, you get to bring up an extra guy and all that. The A's could actually maybe end up being competitive in this second game, despite being an underdog in both games. It's doubleheader. I don't want to talk about them too long. They're tough. You got to really dial it back a little bit or be right on top of it. And here's Darren with an over, I think, in game two, going against me here a little bit. I don't even know which team I'd go with, so not a great preview. Not a great preview by me. A's have lost 3 straight, obviously. Rangers coming in here now have won 11 of their last 11. They are 11-7 on the road. So give the Rangers some credit here for continuing to build what's going on. They're 21-16 here. Oh, here's my notes. Okay, had them with the doubleheader. I didn't split them up. Wanted to add this from game one that Lorenzen, in his career against Oakland, 5 starts for Lorenzen, and he has a 0.29 ERA in his career against the A's in a 4-0 record. So guess I'm on the record for the over, but all right, that's tough. Doubleheader. Let's just move on and take a look at the Diamondbacks here going against the Reds. We're into the night card here now with these 2 games starting off, and you got Montgomery here. This one, a 5.62 ERA so far this season for Montgomery, but he's definitely can be volatile, I guess you could say. For the Reds, they've got Graham Ashcraft, a 3.63 ERA coming in to this game. The steam came rolling in. Let me take a look here. No, it wasn't necessarily steam. Just a move here in the game tonight to the over a little bit. It was 9, and now maybe it's a little bit 9.5. I think there's going to be runs scored. I mean, this game is in Cincinnati after all. I want to go with the over in this game. You got Montgomery here, 5.63 ERA in his last 3 starts. Well, that's okay. All right. Yeah, I'm still going to go over. I mean, we know the Diamondbacks have been going under quite a bit. Sorry for the delay there. I'm not going to change my pick. I mean, I like the over in this one. Ashcraft, a 5.02 ERA in his last 5 starts, even though he has a 3.63 ERA. I would think it will go over. I mean, I know the Cappers are probably going to prefer Arizona for the most part in this game. I'm not so sure that's the way this one's going to go. with Arizona having lost 7 of their last 11 games. It's just the Reds have lost 9 of their last 11 games, so neither team are playing very well here. And you had, of course, the yesterday we did have it right on the show with that under. All right. Reds have gone under in 13 of their last 19. So I'm just going to buck the trend here. I'm going to go over with this game. I'm not interested in Arizona necessarily. We got to pick up the pace here in this one. Let me get your comments. Please help. Looks like Arizona under here, 6-0, maybe under. Here's doubles with D-backs. Charles Bland is here today. Thomas Lewis says the Reds. Yeah, I don't know about that. And here's Lewis on the Diamondbacks. And Terrell says, hey, you got that hitter spark? Dave's on the Reds today. And Thomas says he likes Montgomery. Yeah, but man, it just seems like if he's on, he's on. If he's not, he's not. Orioles and Nationals, we continue our big DMV series in this one. We had the Nationals as a premium yesterday. Yeah, I took them on the run line, a little bit worrisome because, Orioles have been looking terrific, no doubt about it. But the Nationals have been, pretty good, right? We talked about it on there yesterday about the Nationals have been a money-making team. And, well, after yesterday, I'm kind of sold that they might be able to hang in there again here with the young pitcher going up against Bradish, who obviously he's back and probably pretty good spot for him, but not at the price. I just would rather take the Nationals. I'll take them on the run line again as a free play here. I like Bradish certainly to probably come in and do a pretty good job in this spot. Widely reported Steam did come in on the under. I would think that Parker could also have a pretty good outing. This kid looked pretty good. I don't want to diss the Orioles lineup here really at this point, but Parker does have a 2.53 ERA in 4 starts, and Washington's won 3 of his 4 starts. So Nationals have won 8 of 11. So they've been winning, and good, interesting young pitcher. Bradish wasn't great in his first start. 4 2/3 innings, gave up a run. It was okay. He was good. I'll take it back, but they did end up winning that game. He threw 84 pitches. Baltimore still hot. 115 of 21 games they've gone under in 8 of their last 11. Nationals 7-9 at home so far, so they could lose, still get the money. I'll take the Nationals on the run line. We had them as a premium run line yesterday. Trey says the O's will bounce back. He says also take the under. Thomas has been making money with them. Luis is on the O's. Okay, let's keep it rolling. We're almost getting through this here with the White Sox taking on the Rays. And how about yesterday's game with the White Sox and the Rays? Ended up the Rays convincing victory, 5-1. Man, the White Sox just when you think they get maybe a little bit of something going, and we've waited for the Rays to get back to normal a little bit. I'd say they're, kind of slowly getting there in this one. Do you think you have an advantage here with Sabali to be a 225 favorite in this one? I wouldn't want to put a premium on it, but I'm not ready to start being Mr. White Sox backer here right now. I mean, if anything, I was on him a few times, and I've been starting to go against him here a little bit more again of late. The Rays, still thinking maybe about that series. I know everybody brings it up about the White Sox sweeping the Rays. Maybe there's something to it. 5-1 yesterday in this one. I talked about this game on the show last night with Tony. Talked about the total here in this one. So I'll take the Rays to roll. I'm not going to do a premium, but I think they certainly can get I'm going to take them on the run line here as my play. And probably probably will roll here. I know I saw the umpire stats on this one. I know it's a 225 favorite. The favorites won all 7 of this umpire's games so far, so far this season. And I don't know if I want to run over too many stats here with Savali. They're not necessarily great. I mean, he has a 9.61 ERA in his last 4 starts, but Tampa's won 5 straight now and 13-9 at home. So, look, they've been going over of late, and so have the White Sox, but I expect Savali maybe to come in here and deal again after seeing what happened yesterday, just 5-1. Flexen's got decent numbers, 1.8 ERA in his last 2 starts. White Sox are just 1-4 though, of course, in those starts. And let's see, we go here. And how about Gunner? And how about the Star Wars bat? Terrell for Gunner. That one was cool, man. The lightsaber bat. All right. Double says ladder up. Thomas says he'll take the White Sox. Double says don't do it. They're pathetic. Walking spotted bears here. Says yep, that revenge sweep could be in effect here in this one. They're still, and again, the Rays, maybe, again, when you find somebody you can kind of rack up some wins against when you've been underachieving, maybe this is a spot to do it. 6-0 going on the over. I mean, it's easier said than done. But certainly the White Sox might be slipping below all the, even talked about the, handful of teams that are bad. Okay, here we go. Just a few more guys. We'll get there to the finish with Astros and Yankees. A lot of talk about, the Astros still being priced as old Astros. I think it's fair to still price them a little bit as old Astros. We do expect them to come back to the pack a little bit, right? But still throwing Arrighetti out there when it feels like he's kind of being fed to the wolves a little bit because Houston just needs some pitchers, and he's a prospect for him that's probably going to get a lot of run here in the future, but still trying to manage and negotiate getting the whole rotation kind of healthy here. So Houston's still paying the price early with a lot of losses to a certain extent going up here against the Yankees in this one. We lost yesterday actually in this game with the total. We had the under. It was one of our 2 losses. Now, we did have the Yankees here on the show with Gill. But Arrighetti just really, really troublesome numbers here. 8.27 ERA in 4 starts. Rodon, 4.24 ERA in his last 3 starts. He is 3-0 lifetime against Houston with a 2.47 ERA. That's in 10 career starts. For Houston, they have lost 3 in a row now. After last night's result, they've gone under in 14 of the last 18 games. But man, with this pitching matchup, it feels like an under is going to be a little bit harder here today. I'm not sure. I'm even going to steer clear of this total, even though I'm one who, I'm Mr. Under, man. But this one looks like feels like some runs. I'm just going to take the Yankees. I think they can win here at a decent price with Rodon. They've won 5 of their last 6 games coming in here. The Yankees are 12-5 currently at home. I would think that stands pretty good against an Astros team that's 5-11 on the road. So seems like an okay price to me. I'm willing to do it. Give me the Yankees here. Maybe this should be a premium actually, but too late now. Here's Luis on the over in this one. Okay, if Luis is on the over, I might be on the over. We might be going premium here. I don't know. I have a premium package with those day games, but repackage the playoff sports there. Again, with my night baseball, we're definitely going to have another package there if you miss out. I'm 9-2 yesterday. Hello. Walking spotted bear. Okay. Good comment. White Sox, hey, even the worst teams should win 50 games. They used to say even the bad team should win 60, but this year it feels like 50. Okay, couple games left, guys. We're almost home. A good game here. Red Sox and Braves. It went under yesterday. Yeah, I said I'm taking the Red Sox on the run line. Didn't quite work out. Probably going to come right back here with the run line on the Red Sox. I mean, good pitching matchup here, right? With Pavetta and Sale. It feels like Pavetta's been really strong so far. Really, really strong so far for Pavetta. 0.82 earned run average so far for the Red Sox hurler. But again, he's been, let's see, what was that last? Oh, God, what was his last numbers here? Let me just continue on with Chris Sale. Maybe I got to get that note out. Chris Sale, 3-0, 2.37 ERA in his last three starts. Obviously, here it is. I talked about this game on the show with Tony last night. I really didn't go into the Chris, into the Chris. I'm not so much into the revenge factor here with Chris Sale against the Red Sox. I mean, yes, it's a contentious, situation, I guess. Well, I don't know what you want to call it when he was back with the Red Sox here. So, look, he's 2.37 ERA. I think he will be motivated here. He's 3-0 in his last three starts. With that 2.37 ERA in his last three starts, is a 3.44 ERA overall. He's always done well against Boston. 2-1 with a 2.29 ERA in 10 games against the Red Sox. And of course, spent 6 or 7 years with them until just last year. So, a little bit of a big deal here. I'm sure he'll be totally motivated in this one. I always like to fade him a little bit. So give me the Red Sox on the run line again. I don't know. The price is probably not great. Probably $1.40 or something here. But not a big, I think he is not a clutch pitcher necessarily. I don't know if this is a situation where you necessarily have to be clutch. Okay, Red Sox $1.25 on that run line. Okay, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. And all right, let's see here. Anything in the Red Sox and the Braves? Under for 6-0. Maybe doubles like the under. I don't know if this was this game or that game, but all right, not much comments here on this. A great game with the Red Sox and the Braves, and probably, I don't know, maybe a little premium action here, but on the show, I'm just going to go with the Red Sox. Hopefully they'll hang in there and get this one. 4-2 yesterday. Obviously, Braves ended up getting the win with the big Kellenic home run. The 2-run home run for Kellenic was a difference maker. Okay, a couple more here. Oh, Thomas on Atlanta. Mariners and Twins in this one. The Mariners got the money yesterday. Mariners were a very, very I'm sorry. The Twins were a very, very popular play with handicappers, including yours truly yesterday, part of their good streak. But, Bo hit it right on. Bo, if you're out there, shout out. Bo had it right on that video, man. I thought pretty much. Now, granted, the game got a little bit loose there late. It did take a grand slam in the top of the ninth inning. But how about the way the game played out? Back and forth with scoring in a game. I don't know. I went with the under. So I don't know if I have a good handle on this series at all. Now, I did give out the over last night because you got a George Kirby day here. So why wouldn't he have a good outing, I would think, against the Twins? Now, as well as the Twins have played, you still are dealing with the first place Mariners. I mean, these are two good hot teams here coming in. Kirby's been scorching with a 1.13 ERA in his last four starts. I mean, that's probably good enough for me because I'm not necessarily a Paddock fan. Now, I'm complimenting Paddock for how he's been performing, and I have been complimentary of the way he's been pitching, and I think he will be good. I'm just not a big fan of his. No big deal. Paddock is 3-0 with a 2 ERA in his last 3 starts, and Minnesota's won 5 of his last 6 starts. So it's a good game. I'm taking Seattle to win based mostly on George Kirby right now, and the fact that they were able to, get it done yesterday against a Twins team that I thought a lot of handicappers, quite frankly, were on. The Twins have still won 13 of their last 15, but Mariners come in pretty hot too of late. And, things still hold true for the Mariners and those totals, man. They're under in 28 of their last 35 games, but the Twins have been going over here of late. I'll take the Mariners as my play with Kirby. I think Kirby is looking pretty good. The Marlins are getting steamed right now in that game against the Dodgers. That's good news for everyone that wants to play the Dodgers today. Who's moving the line, right? Here's the funny thing about it. You look at the Dodger line right now, and there's a little bit of take back. Remember I said earlier, oh, look, it's already 300 at Bovada for the Dodgers. Well, now it's down to 270, and it's down to 250 at Bet Online. So okay, the public isn't running to the window to bet the Marlins, but some whales are out there, or the Dodgers are starting to announce their lineup. It could be possible that, uh, a key bat is probably missing from the lineup today. I don't have it yet. It is, a day game today, a getaway day, so that's probably what it is based upon. But if you're looking for chances to back the Dodgers at discount prices, even if it's 250, this is going to be a discount price today. Now you got to take into consideration whoever's out of the lineup, whoever it is, if it is. I'm just assuming that it is. Mookie. It could be Shohei. Somebody feels like Shohei when you're seeing a move like this, but it does give discount on that elite team. So just check the lineup, make sure, and if you're comfortable with it, and looking for spots to play the Dodgers against this awful team, maybe this is it. Maybe there's no rest. Maybe maybe the Sharps are just doing what they do. We always joke about it, right? Those guys with their, with those syndicates and hey, those guys are great. They know what to do. But they don't look at the lineups. They look at numbers. They just play numbers. They don't care if it's Miami Marlins or the Miami Tropics. I think they're just going to play it. So they're going to play those prices. Give squares like you and me the opportunity to play the Dodgers at a discount. All right, Luis on Seattle. Let's go. We got to wrap this show up, man. It's almost 8 o'clock here. One more game. And it's the Giants taking on the Rockies in this one. Give me the Giants on the road. Forget these Rockies here. Hicks has been really good, actually, here, if I'm not mistaken, of late for the Giants. He's got a ERA of 1.59. Actually, he's gotten touched up a little bit of late, 3.6 ERA in his last 4 starts, and the Giants have lost 8 of their last 12, but Lambert in his last 2 starts, he's just got a 14.2 ERA. The Rockies got bombed in both of them. He's got an ERA of 7 in 4 career starts against the Giants. They've lost 17 of 35 games, or 27 of 35 games so far this year. So give me the Giants, whatever it is, 165, 170. Let a man play some chalk once in a while on a YouTube stream. It's $1.80 at Bovada. I guess we could play the run line here and be cool. Today, take it for what it's worth. I'll take the Giants. I'll take them on the. Take them on the run line. What the heck? And your mileage may vary. Let's get on out of here. Thanks for watching the morning steam, you guys. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Please check me out over there. I was hot yesterday with a 9-2 record, and not like double. Butterscotch. If we're still here, let's check it out. Let's go right over there real quick. Want to shout out Butterscotch because he's here and his 11-1 record yesterday. So great job to Butterscotch and Ronnie Hahn as well. Over there, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. I was 9-2. Check it out. You can look at all of our previous day's plays here as well. All third-party graded. Look at some of my winners yesterday. Colorado, Dallas over. Oklahoma City minus the points. Mets plus money. Lost with the Twins. We had the under in the Red Sox game. Lost that total with the Yankee game. We had the Rangers in the hockey game. We had the over in the Boston game. We had the Nationals run line. We had over in the Rangers in Texas. So you can see part of the winners and check me out today with a 5-pack for $25. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Here, a little bit of breaking news here for the next game between Cleveland and Boston. Game 3, the total, it's moving under right now. This one here was 213. Of course, we just saw him come off the court not 15 hours ago. The total was 213.5. It's now 211.5 at a lot of spots, 212. We're seeing this one dip right now. If you like the under in Cleveland and Boston, this is your time to play it. Maybe right now. Maybe it'll come back. I don't know, but we're seeing movement there on that total right now for game number 3. All right, it's going to do it here on the Morning Steam. We'll catch you tomorrow with more Morning Steam at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. I think we had a few more plays from that last game. Thank you, everybody. And thanks to some of our new commenters. Now that I think about it, I think a few of them may have stopped by before, but you know who you are. I really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody. Walking Spotted Bear, right? They don't know what they're doing. Hey, Walking Spotted, they're just giving us free money. They're like, here's a free, hey, a little bit of steam coming in real quick. Let's touch on this one. The Mets are taking steam right now, and they are a dog, remember, today in their game against the Cardinals with Sonny Gray. So, hey, if you like the Mets, now's the time right now to get on them because they're going to be losing some value here. The move is on the Mets from the Sharps currently going against Red Hot Sonny Gray. They're betting Quintana. I guess at this point, it's up to you. Just want to pass along some of that information. Thank you, Walking Spotted Bear, for some very poignant comments for everybody to check out there in the chat. I think that's it for me here. I'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steam. Enjoy the games, everybody. And please hit me up over at Tony'sPicks.com for my premium picks today as I keep the winning rolling 4 straight winning days right now. Moving up the charts quick on all my buddies that are having a great run right now, all the handicappers over at Tony'sPicks.com. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.
Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Come with real gang.